Yeah, I'm back. So I did commentate first, the first video, and um, do I plan commentating this video? Maybe, but do note that later on, these videos are just going to be dubbed over from music or something like that, because this is going to take a fair amount of hours, and I'd rather concentrate once I get higher than trying to provide commentary for you guys. To be honest, so as I get higher, I'm gonna be focusing more on the game, and I'm going to probably just zone out and not commentate at all. So the videos will start being dubbed with music at some point, or maybe even post commentary. Don't know. I might even leave it blank. Whatever you guys want to do, or whatever I want to do. Let's be honest here. Anyway, so as usual, I'm just rounding up the zombies. Round 10. We're starting. We're not even 10% of the way to the current world record. So I should really work out the stats before I start recording. But basically, I'm currently I'm currently 440 rounds off my PB. And the current world record is 1,276. I'm currently 1,266 away from the world record, and I'm now 439 rounds away from my personal best. So let's keep it going strong. Let's keep it going strong. I might commentate this video just so I can provide some information. Later on, I'm going to try and figure out how to get these screen overlays to work in Elgato. That's what I'm using right now, because they've got screen overlays for people who stream and whatnot. And I want to sort of have it so I can list my goals, and I can sort of not edit it on the fly, because I don't really want to be doing that, but I can sort of have a while there's no commentary on some of these videos, there can be at least some sort of information on the screen, so then you're not left in the dark. But after I do a bunch of these, I doubt you're gonna be left in the dark. Now it's going to take me roughly 4 hours to get through 163, but after that it's going to start getting quicker, but it's going to take me at least 20 or so hours, like 23 or so hours, to be able to get to 1,276. So be prepared. Oh, did not mean to shoot, bro. Yeah. So once I get that working, then we be all good. We be all good G fam. Now, you're probably thinking, why is my screen shaking so much? But I'm very much a believer, and I'm very my what is it? My muscle memory does this to me, because I'm not really trying to do what I'm doing right now. It's just something. It's just muscle memory from when I used to do it. When I used to play this map daily, all day, every day. Because even before I played this map for, I would be playing this map for 8+ hours a day, even before I started like attempting this map seriously. Because originally I was going to go with a friend and I were going to actually try and break the co-op world record, but no. See, I'll be playing all day, every day, just to know everything about this map. But basically, what I'm doing is I'm very twitchy on my right analog stick, which controls my perspective, I guess you could say. I guess it's the best way. It's just my aim stick. I guess you could say my aim stick. I like to call it. I think perspective sounds a bit better. Anyway, I don't do a lot of big movements on it. I do a lot of these small movements on it. Uh, Instead of because when you're playing on a higher sensitivity, like I'm not playing on super high sensitivity, but when you're on a scale of 1 to 10, 4, it's in the middle. So, but it's still rather a bit high when you're playing on a higher sensitivity. You can't just do big swings like this because you're not going to take in a lot of information. It's a lot better in my opinion, to do these sort of smaller twists instead of the larger ones, because there's gonna be information you miss by doing stuff trying to be fluid about it. Now, fortunately, as we get a bit higher, the zombies are spawning in sooner. Now, back in at least in this map, zombies were start spawning in the quickest at around 32 to 33. Oh, we've got a nuke set up for the start of next round. So yeah, they start spawning in sort of 32 to 33 at their quickest. Now, one thing you guys have to note is that as soon as it turns white, zombies are spawning. But obviously in these rounds, since they don't spawning the quickest, I'm still going to be left with zombies later on. It's really nice when you get to 163 plus, when you get an insta-kill round, you kill all the zombies, and one of them happens to drop either an insta-kill or a nuke. You nuke the next round, skip the entire round. Then and then you get another insta-kill or whatnot, and you just keep repeating the process, and you keep doing it, and you can skip like 10 rounds, which if you're doing it if there was no insta-kill rounds, 10 rounds would take you maybe half an hour. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how long it would take you. Where those insta-kill rounds with the nukes and insta-kills and just the whole insta-kill bug makes the process so much quicker. And with the fact that in World at War, up until Shinonuma, until Shinonuma, only 24 zombie spawns per round. Like, we're going to insta-kill here, it's going to speed up the last bit of this round for us. So that's why the insta-kill bug is so much more not prolific, but it's a lot better in World at War up to Shinonuma. Simply for the fact that it's going to be a lot. You basically take 30 seconds in a round, and you finished it. No, too late. Oh my god, I'm still getting used to this sensitivity. Like, if I twist too fast, it just disorientates me really badly. And I feel like if I play anything lower, I'm going to be disadvantaged because I feel too slow. I'm sort of in this current predicament where I'm too fast for me, but I can't go any slower because I feel like it's too slow. Maybe I should have done a couple warm up games beforehand before just diving into it straight into this. But if I die, this is technically a warm up game. Actually, I'm kind of, even though this isn't hard to do, I'm kind of impressed. I'm getting up to, I'm up to round 16 without even having touched this game for possibly upwards to 12 months, to be honest. Fortunately, the zombies are spawning quicker now compared to what they were in the earlier rounds. I mean, this is still early days, don't get me wrong. But compared to the first half an hour of the video of this series, episode I should say, where I only got up to around 10, I'm now around 16, and I'm only 12 minutes into the video. Like, granted, it's not significantly faster than I'm going at, don't get me wrong, but it's still a couple of minutes faster than what I expect to be, if you know, if that makes any sense at all. But I guess I also have been getting lucky. Oh, okay, nearly went down there because I wasn't patient enough. And that was the thing. I back in the day, I was super cautious, especially in these early rounds. But back to what I was saying. Oh god. Back to what I was saying. The insta kills and the nukes definitely are a big help to speeding up the process. Well, I'm getting a lot of drops this round. You also have to remember that there was no carpenter on this map, so there are only four drops you could get, which were nuke, insta kill, max ammo, and double points. So getting nukes and insta kills, you basically each time a perk drop, not a perk, but each time there's a drop, it's, yeah, I don't know what the exact percentages are, but you're looking at maybe a 50% chance of getting what you want, which is either an insta kill, which I believe is slightly more useful because insta kill would carry on to the next round, I believe, or a nuke, which skips an entire round. You don't have to do anything for it. Oh wow, that zombie started doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk and everything. I need to slow my roll a little bit, because as you can see, since the zombies aren't fully spawning in at their top speed, I can get cut off from zombies spawning from that window, which is why I don't board up. Well, the reason I don't board up any windows, and it's good because there's no carpenter, is because one, it slows down the zombies spawning in, and two, if this window is boarded up right there, the one I stand next to the start of each round, I'm kind of fucked, because it slows down the spawn rate of those zombies, and then you get a huge influx of zombies spawning in from that window once they start to build up. Now what I'm doing here is I'm tap shotting the flamethrower, because you get more of the flamethrower when you tap shot it than when you do when you just hold it and spam it, and you don't. And when you use up all its heat, it takes longer for it to cool down than it does when you tap shot it. I'm just going to use the nuke here. Don't have to worry. Early enough that the zombies would die quick enough where I don't have to use the nuke. When it gets later on in the rounds, like around say 70, 80, you may as well just pop the nuke, because it's going to be quicker to hit the nuke and kill the zombies than to rely on the flamethrower to kill them. And obviously you want to wait as long, not as soon as possible, as long as you can before hitting that nuke, so you can get the most amount of zombies. Because as I said, as soon as that number starts to roll over to the next round, the zombies start spawning. I remember showing a friend some footage of me doing this the train. Oh, okay, doing the train and how I started. He's like, "Man, it looks super dangerous," but he wasn't really into zombies, so I can understand why he thought it was really dangerous that I did that. It probably still is really dangerous, but it's not a habit, but it makes me feel better, and it's what's worked for me. It's what got me to 449, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm hoping I get used to the sensitivity. Okay. You want to hit me? That's okay. I need to get used to the sensitivity. I need to adjust to it pretty quickly, so then I don't have to worry about running into a wall by accident. And so then I don't worry about getting myself trapped. I was hoping that in the first hour, I could I could adjust to it pretty quickly, but it's looking like that's not the case. I'm being a bit safe here because I don't want to risk trying being too aggressive and then screwing myself over for this run. Because your first this is how I always played. Your first goal is to get around 33, because that's when that's when you're really set up for the late game. That's basically That's basically the start of the late game for this map, around 30, well, around 33, because that's when zombies start spawning at the quickest. And I'm gonna do another loop around here. That's when zombies start spawning at the quickest, and that's when you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. There's not going to be any inconsistencies in terms of spawn rate, to a degree, because the zombie spawn will go through every window. There's no way to selectively spawn them at certain areas of the map. Then your next goal, the next milestone was 163, because that's the start of the. I'm gonna play it so I don't feel too confident just yet. Starting to burn them. But your next goal was 163, because that's when the insta-kill round started. And then after that, your next goal was beating your personal best. Because once you get to around 163, you start doing your personal best. You start trying to beat your personal best, because it becomes a lot. That's when it becomes fun, in my opinion. Like, it's fun just going. I like playing zombies. I really do. But like, it starts getting fun when you basically just skip rounds. It feels like you're cheating, but you're not. That's when the game starts getting interesting and fun. Okay, we've reached round 20. I am 420 rounds away from my PB. Oh god, that's the exact reason why I need to get used to sensitivity as soon as possible, so I don't do sharp turns like that. Okay, got the insta kill. Too easy. Whew. Whew. After I record this segment, I'm going to turn my heater on, just because it is a bit chilly this time of year where I'm from. And because it is starting to get chilly, I'd rather be warm while doing this. Oh shit, I accidentally boarded up a window. Oh well, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's only one board. Yeah, it's not too much of an issue. That's also one reason my speed control is nice to have, because I was moving slow enough, it gave that zombie enough time to break that one board and get through. I was also lucky that a ton of them didn't weren't spawning in through there because insta kill thankfully helped me kill 3 to 4 of them before it ended. Look at me starting to get a bit more confident in myself. Um, because I'm being a bit more aggressive. We've got another insta kill, which is great because uh, it makes everything go quicker. Just like the nuke, I'm going to wait to as late as I can to pick it up so that I get the most out of it. Oh fuck! I missed it. I was trying to be cute with it and be protective. Well, not be protective, but be aware of my surroundings. But I fucked it up, so it doesn't matter. I probably could have finished the rounds actually, just with that insta kill. Now, if you noticed there, the zombie was climbing through the window as in the middle of me doing this train, and so what I did there, I did a little bit of stagnant stop, a little not a stagnant stop, but a pause, if you will, just so it would get into the right position. So then, when I went around these 2 columns over here, um, it wasn't going to be in my way. And just knowing little things like that is what separates a good player from a great player. Or what separates a novice, not a novice, but what separates sort of a casual gets to around 20, 30, and then dies to someone who gets to around 100, 200, 300, etc. Knowing how to kite the zombies around in a to a more detailed degree like that than just simply running the train. Knowing when to slow down, knowing when to speed up, knowing how to when to sort of stagger your movements, all of that. It all plays a part into the greater scheme of things. And a lot of back in the day, before I got super serious, I hate saying super serious, but before I got to my peak, I'd hear a lot of players granted players like people like Yodi Slayer, who's unfortunately passed away now, and people like Syndicate. They may have broken world records in the past, but um, they always played off. They'd always play off the fact that they didn't like going for world record attempts as it was boring or it's just doing the same thing or I've done my part sort of thing. And they always sort of say the same thing of there's no skill. There's you can't say one player is better than another because all you're doing is running in circles. Granted, to an extent that is true, but it's a lot more than just running in circles. It's more of a finer art than just running in circles. It's knowing how to control your horde of zombies, knowing how to make your movements correctly, knowing when to make different movements to what you would normally do, all of that sort of thing. Knowing where invisible walls are, knowing when to start and stop, knowing you need to know a lot of things. You need to know a lot of the finer details, which you only get from practicing the map time and time again. Okay, that was a bit of a dangerous turn. Okay, I got about 7 zombies left. Like here, you want to speed up a little bit because the zombies spawned in right there. And then you're right to speed up, go to your full speed now because a lot of zombies shouldn't be spawning from there. Like, even though I said before, zombies spawn in every single possible place they can. They will go through every border they can. You don't get. It's not like you're going. Not all 24 of them are going to spill through that window. It never happens. It's only ever anywhere between one zombie, or even zero zombies, I should say, between 0 to 5 zombies that ever spawn through there, and it's never even as high as 5. That's just an overestimate, just to be on the safe side. Um, and the moving control of moving slower when you start your train is the primary reason is to stop zombies from being able to pincer you from that window. When you move slowly, you can avoid it. You can avoid the pincer because the zombie, the way they act is obviously they follow you, and they, ooh, nice. They obviously follow you in a way where it's not it's not down to the exact fine where they follow you. They, I believe the way it works is that if they're if they're the first ones to follow you, they stay closest to you. But after that, they start moving sort of in a pack. I can't explain it because I don't know the exact way coding works. But I know what I do know is that doing moving in certain ways will prevent them from pincing you at crucial moments in the round. Well, I didn't exactly be able to finish that round, to be honest. I'm going to stop this segment here. It's a nice stopping point. And I'll see you guys later.